Greetings, children of the screen, your friendly neighborhood nerd scum here once again, and today we're going to be talking about a few of the trailer reveals from the DC Fandome. We're going to start off with the ones that I didn't really care for as much and move into the stuff that is a little bit more exciting. So, first off, let's talk about the Black Adam trailer, because there isn't one. It's a bunch of concept art thrown together with a few little after effects and with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's voice narrating over it. It's cool for what it is, but considering we've been hearing about this movie for like, I don't know, 5, 6, 8 years with him attached to it, like, this isn't anything, this is new, but it's not new enough and it's not enough to get excited about. But it looks cool for what it is. Up next is the Snyder Cut. So, the Snyder Cut trailer is like, again, it's almost nothing. Everything, there's like maybe 5 or 6 shots in there that we've never seen before. Most of the shots that are in that trailer we've already seen in the original Justice League trailer that they put out. And then they just reuse a song from the Watchmen soundtrack that I suppose that they already own the rights or have licensing to, so they didn't have to pay any more for it. Like, it's really lazy. And again, like, I know they're probably not finished, but almost all of the new shots, any of them that have any kind of, like, specifically the shot of Darkseid, is one of the most awful shots I've ever seen in a movie. Like, for everyone who was talking about how bad the CGI in the original, like, cut of Justice League is, like, especially with Steppenwolf, who, by the way, still appears in this trailer, looking pretty much the same as he did before, only maybe, like, with a little bit of touch-ups on him. But yeah, Darkseid looks like bigger trash than Steppenwolf did. So yeah, again, it's hard to say because we already know a lot of things about the Snyder Cut, but this trailer doesn't actually give us anything. Like, this trailer was something put together fast, cheaply, and kind of not giving a shit, just so that they could throw something about the Snyder Cut out there for the people who care about it. I don't care about it. I'll probably eventually watch it just to see what's up with it, but this trailer didn't give me anything at all that made me want to see this movie. So, yeah, that's the Snyder Cut that they revealed. Then moving on to the Suicide Squad trailer. Another trailer that really doesn't give us a lot except for some behind-the-scenes footage and lets us know who the entire cast of the movie is going to be. Now, Suicide Squad 2 is a movie that I honestly could give a crap about after the first one. James Gunn is on this one, and I do think that's a great idea. I think Suicide Squad is the perfect movie for him, even probably going to suit him better than Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if it'll be a better movie. All I know is that despite him working on the movie, and despite some of the new cast members that they've brought to the movie, and kind of what the general idea behind this movie is, it's still really hard for me to invest in anything that is even tangentially connected to the Suicide Squad movie. As much as, like, Robbie is good at playing Harley Quinn, after Suicide Squad, I pretty much have no taste for her as the character. And I didn't even go see Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, whatever that was called. It just looked gaudy and awful, and most people I saw it, or that did see it, agreed that that's what it was. I know a lot of people like those movies, and if you do, no ill feelings. Like, I want you to like the things you like. We all like different things. Like, there's nothing wrong with you liking this stuff, but for me personally, I'm sure I'm going to watch the movie. I'm sure that I will enjoy the movie, but again, it's a movie that is very hard for me to get excited for. So, yeah, again, like, those first 3 that are out are things that I'm not really excited for, and I don't really have much to say about them. So let's now move into the final 2 I'm going to be talking about today. So, as for Wonder Woman 1984, I have really mixed feelings on it. There's a lot of stuff in the movie and in the trailer that looks really awesome. It really, really does. And it's a movie that, because I loved the first one, I was really excited for this trailer. Probably this trailer amongst all of the trailers that they premiered, this was the one that I was really excited for. And yet, there are some things in it that just bother me so much. As I said, like, with the Snyder Cut Justice League, this has a similar problem where I'm sure they're not all done, but almost all of the special effects that I saw in this trailer looked like a downgrade from the previous Wonder Woman movie. Specifically, the CGI cheetah at the end of the trailer, where we finally see Kristen Wiig transform into Cheetah, is so bad. Again, it is so bad. It looks like something. It looks like a special effect from like Blade 2. It looks like those digital stuff. Like, it looks like it's an early 2000s CGI effect, even though I'm sure, again, there's going to be a lot of more work put into it. I'm sure the hair will look better. I mean, we just had cats come out, and I'm pretty sure that's what she's going to look like when it's done, is a cheetah cat. So, that'll be fun, and, you know, people will remember that a lot. Also, I have to say that, like, I really dislike what they're doing with the character of Cheetah. I get a lot of Electro vibes from Amazing Spider-Man 2. In fact, this whole trailer gave me vibes from Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because you've got at least 2 villains set up, but I'm fairly certain there's going to be a 3rd villain, and I'll get to why I say that here in a second. Like, the effects are really bad, the movie looks jumbled, there's a bunch of stuff for the sake of looking cool that doesn't actually mean anything or work on any level. Like Wonder Woman using her lasso to do things that her lasso doesn't do, like web swing on lightning bolts, which is just, you know, like, she can fly in some iterations. Just let the woman fly, if that's what you want. You don't need her to be Spider-Man or Batman flipping through the frickin' city. Just let the woman fly. She's a Wonder Woman. Let her fly. And stop doing stupid crap. Stop doing Superman the movie crap where you need to add extra powers to make her cool. Just let her fly. Other than that, she's got everything Superman had. Well, she doesn't have heat vision, but, like, she can use her bracers to shoot stuff. Like, she's immensely powerful. Just let the woman fly and stop doing stupid crap because it visually looks cool but makes no sense. That's how you get movies like Spider-Man 2. Speaking of things that don't look good, the gold armor is awful. Like, in the posters, it looks pretty bad, but then when I saw it in the actual trailer, it was so bad. Now, the gold armor is something from comics, and I'll be honest with you, it's something that I've only ever liked in one comic, and that was Kingdom Come, where it was originally introduced. Every other version of it, I felt, has been kind of cheap. And it most of the time is used when a writer has no better idea and can't figure out a story, so they bring in the armor as a way of showing you that whoever Diana is fighting is so powerful. But here's the problem. The villains that we've been confirmed on for this movie are Cheetah and Maxwell Lord, neither of which require that stupid armor. So it doesn't make sense in terms of story. Now, I imagine there's going to be another big bad villain who's even bigger and badder than those two, and that's why she actually has to put the armor on. But here's my thing, is like, what villain are you going to have that's bigger and badder than the God of War from the first movie? If there was ever going to be a time for her to put that armor on, it either would have been fighting the God of War, or fighting Steppenwolf in Justice League, or Darkseid in Justice League, the Snyder Cut. So, no matter what they're doing with that gold suit, for me personally, it makes no sense in this world, and is only being done for a visual, and the visual sucks. Because the thing is, like, when you look at the actual gold armor that Wonder Woman wears, it's really dope. And one of the things that makes it so dope is, like many armors, it expands the shoulders, and the hips, and the thighs, and just, like, makes you bigger and sturdier, and, like, makes you take up more space. This suit is essentially a gold bathing suit with gold leggings and an eagle hat and wings. Like, by taking the area here and turning it into just, like, the lower half of the suit into just a swimsuit. Like, normally, and I apologize, I'm not, like, the biggest armor guy, but the little kind of skirting pieces that you have on armor that actually allows you to, like, move around freely so that your legs and all that aren't connected and, like, buckled in. Now, I get that she's got, like, the Iron Man folds, and it's made by God, so it can do whatever, but on top of the fact that it just doesn't look functional as a piece of armor, and again, it's like some kind of weird new liquid gold tech, I don't give a crap. It looks awful, and I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. I think it looks bad in the trailer. I think it looks bad on the actress. I think that the design is flawed, and I think that even if you were going to use this, you don't have a story set up in your universe that makes sense for it. So that sucks. Again, Cheetah, they're doing like the typical nerdy stuff. Like, there's a lot of design stuff in this movie that I'm just like, why the hell would you even do that? I know it's supposed to be the 80s, but why? A lot of it feels like the Birds of Prey and the like Emancipation of Harley Quinn, where it's style over substance at this point. We don't give a crap about the story we're telling. We're just going to do a bunch of crazy, flary stuff and put people in crazy outfits. Beyond that, I really like Chris Pine, but I don't want him back. It kind of ruins all of the emotional like stuff of him dying from the first movie. So yeah, again, like, I'm not trying to say I'm gonna hate this movie. I'm not saying I'm not gonna go see this movie. I really loved the first movie. It made me freaking cry when I watched it. So yeah, I'm gonna go see this movie. I'm probably going to enjoy it, and I'm hoping that, like with the Batman, some of the issues that I'm having with this stuff will get resolved as we see more trailers and they kind of reveal more about the actual story. And finally, we come to Matt Reeves' The Batman. Now, I'm not going to talk too long about this because tomorrow I'm going to have a full video with me and Taylor coming out where we just talk about the Batman trailer. So that will be coming out tomorrow. Also, while I have a second, guys, I wanted to tell you that if you haven't had a chance yet, please check out the Indiegogo for the film that I recently wrote and will be co-starring in, called Wages of Sin. I'll have the link for it and for my other channel where you can check my full-length Batman video down in the description below. Anyway, let's move on. The Batman. This trailer was dope. I'm not gonna lie. This trailer was dope. And I'm a person who has disagreed with about 90% of the decisions made regarding this film. There's a lot of things that they've talked about. There's a lot of things they don't like. As some of you will know, I've gone on record multiple times saying I do not care for this bat suit, but this trailer's pretty dope. It looks really cool. Obviously, it's Matt Reeves, so the movie looks good. I do actually like the fact that it's a little bit darker than a lot of his stuff that I've seen, so it definitely fits into kind of the Batman noir tone. If anything, it looks like the movie Seven. Like, when I'm watching the trailer, all the shots and the angles and the freaking lenses chosen reminds me so much of Seven, which works for a Batman movie, especially one if you're going to be trying to do the detective stuff. The other thing I will say is that I have complained a lot about the Batsuit. I still don't like it, but it does definitely look better on Robert Pattinson than it did on the stuntman on which we originally saw it. You know, not including the teaser where they just showed us like the emblem and the side of his head and stuff like that. But actually getting to see him in the suit doing things makes me feel a lot better for a lot of different reasons, mostly because I was so worried that in this big, bulky, armored suit that they had the stuntman on, that you wouldn't be able to do the action appropriately because you're going to be too big. But when you actually look at the trailer, Robert Pattinson's actually a lot slimmer than the guy who was in the stuntman who was in the suit, so he's actually still able to do that stuff. He's not stuck like a bodybuilder who can't wipe his own butt, you know? So I really appreciate that. I also really like that this is the first movie where they've actually utilized the idea that he has to wear makeup underneath the cowl. So you get some really cool, like, very almost Tim Burton feeling shots where he looks like a super emo kid, and I'm sure some people will relate that to Twilight, but screw you, that was like over a decade ago. Move on, get over it. So yeah, like, I don't have really any complaints about this particular trailer, and as I said, I'm going to go into it further, but all in all, it was pretty cool, and I do have to say that I'm probably a little more excited for this movie than I was before seeing the trailer, despite the fact it's still not really the Batman movie that I want. But as I've said in the past, that doesn't mean that it won't be a good movie, and it doesn't mean I won't enjoy it. We don't always get what we want, but that doesn't mean that what's given to us isn't going to be cool. So yeah, anyway guys, those are my thoughts on the DC Fandome trailers, at least the ones that I watched. I know there's some more for video games and stuff like that, but I don't really follow that stuff, and despite the fact that I watched them, I didn't have any real thoughts on them. It was just like, yeah, this is a video game, it looks cool. But let me know down in the comments below, what did you guys think about all these different trailers? Which of them was your favorite? Which movie are you the most excited for? Let me know. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and share it with some friends. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe so you can check out all the dope content I have coming out in the future. Thank you very much, children of the screen. Hope you have a good one. Nerd Scum, out.